What is up, y'all? It's Mike, the professional Dependa, and I actually am going to do a video about my garage gym. I actually saw a video on Garage Gym Reviews where Coop was moving, and he talked about how he wasn't going to move anymore because he had a 3-car garage full of stuff. And honestly, I'm a little envious, but it made me think. I was like, well, what about those of us that don't really have a choice? We have to move every few years. And so, Coop, I'm going to tag you if you happen to see this. It'd be kind of cool if you did a review about like what equipment was easy to move for people like me that have to move every few years. But here is a Dependa approved, if you will, garage gym. This is what we are calling Garage Gym 2.0. We started it, honestly, kind of started the build back in Alaska. Yeah, back in Alaska, because that's when we first figured out, okay, we're going to start getting stuff that we can do at the house, because when it's negative 40 and you're training for a marathon, you don't want to load up on a ton of gear to go out and sweat to death and then freeze on the way back. So let me walk you around the garage. That right there is what started it all, that treadmill. Nothing has to be really fancy, but that treadmill is what started off. Go Air Force, super dope Raven flag from Invictus Powerlifting. It was very Edgar Allan Poe-ish to me, so I had to get that. That is a little squirrel moment there. But yeah, that's what started it all right there. I was big into endurance sports when we very first got to Alaska. I had just finished doing the Ironman 70.3 Eagleman Triathlon in Maryland, and was like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing endurance stuff because there's actually a super huge endurance world out there. And so I tried to get into endurance sports, or keep going with endurance sports in Alaska, and it worked out pretty good for a little bit. And then I got back into picking up heavy stuff and decided I liked that a whole lot more. So we went from treadmill, and then we moved to Arkansas. Now when we got to Arkansas, first thing I added, well, actually, so hang on. And don't mind, like, the garage is a hot mess. We don't have a shed yet. So I've got all of my yard stuff in the garage, which I'm not really super cool with. And we're redoing the flower beds. So my wife saw this thing where you like put paper and cardboard and then your mulch. So I've got crap everywhere. It's going to get better though. I give it about another month and it'll be right where I want it. So anywho, moving on. These boxes, that one right there, and then, can't really see it, but that one right there. Me and my buddy Ron built those to do box jumps and stuff with, and they worked out really well. We spitballed one, and we like no crap measured out another one, and the one we spitballed worked beautifully. The one we no crap measured, we had to kind of finagle with it a little bit. So what do we add next? So anyways, all those things, super easy to move. The boxes, if we really wanted to, they can unscrew and lay flat. The treadmill, the movers never like seeing a treadmill because they're gonna cuss, but they move it they don't fuss about it. Next, so got to Arkansas, really made the decision, okay, I want to build a garage gym. First thing I bought when we got there, best thing you can have in a garage gym, power block dumbbells. Those things are money, and I mean absolute money. They're super easy to adjust. They last forever. You can go from, I want to say 5 pounds, and if you get the most expansion packs you can get, I think you can go all the way up to 100 or 120. I know the ones I have can go to 90. I think they have a set that goes to like 120. Peep the custom banner from Papa Bear Rogers, Travis. I get jacked up every time I see it, man. It's super dope. Thank you for that. Hit him up if you want custom work done, because he is truly phenomenal, and all the money goes to charity, his charity, to help kids. Yeah, sorry, squirrel moment, but hit him up. Anyway, so Bought the power blocks. Then started adding some weights. So my wife wanted some smaller dumbbells, so we bought the smaller dumbbells. And then kettlebells. Honestly, I love doing kettlebell work. So we picked up some kettlebells. We actually picked up that one. We've had that one for a really long time. We picked up that one right there. Actually, I think we got all 3 of these in Alaska. Whenever we left Alaska, we knew we were driving back down from Alaska to Arkansas, and we wanted to be able to do something on the road, something to stay mobile, something, because we're going to be on the road for 3 weeks living in a camper. So kettlebells are super easy just to throw in a container in the back of a truck. I already had a jump rope, so we had that. And we may have picked up the dumbbells then too. I don't remember. That was three years ago now, something like that. 2, whatever it was. So that's what that started. And then once we got to Arkansas, after we got the power blocks, I knew I needed to start adding weights. So the first thing I was looking for was weights, and I got these weights and these weights. It's 355 pounds of weights, and in the corner over there, that bar and this rack. Don't mind the tape. The tape is for me and my wife. That's my squat height. Orange is my favorite color. That's my squat height. That's my bench height. The blue is my wife's. So we can use that. Honestly, the squat bar, or the bar, the plates, and not to make y'all super dizzy, that bench right there. It's way harder to do. Right there, that bench. Again, don't mind. This is not the mess you're looking for. So I was looking for the weights, and I was looking for the rack. And really and truly, I had a lead on the rack. It was a friend of a friend, my buddy Smitty. He was selling his rack because he wanted a new one. So he had the rack, and I was like, it was one of those, I don't remember if y'all remember one of the like Coke commercials or something. They were like, and. It's kind of what I felt like. So had the rack, and I was like, hey, you got any weights? He's like, yeah, I got a bar and 355 pounds of weight, so 400 total. I was like, cool. Can you throw those in there for however much more? And he's like, yeah. I was like, hey, what about a bench? So I got the bench. And that's a 0 to 90 bench. It's adjustable. Actually, it's a decline to 90 bench. So tons of adjustment available on it. And so now I had 400 pounds of free weights with counting the bar, and a squat rack with a pull-up bar. Now this is a squat stand, so for the majority of people that are going to work out in a garage, this is all you need. And I will tell you, I got all of this pre-COVID pricing for like $600. I don't remember. I think it was $500 or $600 for all. So 400 pounds of weights, squat stand, and the bench for like $500 or $600. It may even been less than that. I don't remember. But yeah, so great. Deals are out there. They're obviously a little bit harder to find right now with the Rona going around, but they're there. And then so that started it all. Then got deep into powerlifting, like really started powerlifting. And I never really liked deadlifting at home because steel weights, concrete floor, concrete's going to chip real stupid quick. And I didn't want to have to patch concrete when we left. So I made the decision to build a deadlift platform. Now, I didn't build just a deadlift platform. I built an 8-foot by 8-foot Olympic lifting platform. Put some of my favorite things on there. My powerlifting team, coach, Team Busby, Fourth Dimension Fitness, which kind of got me started on everything. Arkansas Powerlifting, Team Red, White, and Blue, and then Permafrost Beards, some of the best beard oil and beard products you could ever hope to find. Will is I still call him coach. He's been phenomenal. He's been a resource for me and what I consider a friend for many years now. Anytime I've had, really ridiculous questions about stuff, he's always been there for me, and I truly appreciate him. And John, best powerlifting coach you've never heard of. I guarantee you, that man is going to be. He's a dear friend of mine, and he's incredible, and I'm very thankful for him. That's why I've got all this. These are the things that matter to me are right there as far as sports and stuff. But anyway, so this deadlift platform they're super easy to build. You don't have to make them this big. Untamed Strength has got a great video to build a 4x8 platform. So it'd be from here to that set of screws, and then the width to here. And if you just want a deadlift platform, that's all you need. And then I've actually got anchor points there, on the other side of that, and then right there. The way I can put the carbiners and then bands and do deadlifting against the bands. But this thing, apparently, according to the movers, weighs 600 pounds. It is 4 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood on the bottom, 2 going this way, 2 going this way. And then that's all screwed together, liquid nails, then another 4x8 3/4 inch sheet of plywood here. I got sanded for the top because I wanted a nice smooth surface, and on top of that I put like 5 layers of poly, and then 3/4 inch horse stall mats there, and there. You could drop 1,000 pounds in this thing on the whole, and it doesn't matter. It's not gonna hurt your concrete at all. Since moving here, I've seen several other designs online that are a lot more mobile. If I had to do it all over again, I would still build the 8x8 platform because the squat stand goes on it really nice. And you only need, for me to deadlift, I only need this much space. And if the wife wants to do more Olympic lifting type stuff, there's still plenty of room. You just stand a little bit more forward of the rack, but you still got plenty of room. And I like to do power cleans. I'm not mobile enough to do snatches and stuff, but plenty of room. This thing's a beast. They did manage to chip it though. I was really surprised. I didn't think there was a chance in hell they were going to break this thing. They chipped it. But you can build this. If you go on like Titan or Rogue or something, you can buy a platform, 4x8 platform for, the Titan one, a couple $100. You can buy the material to build your own 4x8 platform. And honestly, my wife and I put it together, and I actually just kind of sat there and watched them screw stuff in, just told them what to do. You can do this. This takes very little skill. All you need is a drill, because if you want to get the 4x8 sheets, you got to cut one of them in half to do the 4x8, just the deadlift platform. Most hardware stores will cut the sheets in half for you, and that's all you need. You just got to get them cut in half. Super easy to make, and then your floor is protected, because, you definitely want your floor protected. But again, super easy to move, as long as you have the right equipment. These guys used a forklift to move it the second time, and that's when they chipped it. But other than that, not that big a deal. And then let's see what came next. Oh, this little guy to put bands and knee sleeves and towels, basically anything else, ab wheel, jump rope, collars, fish scale to do tension for bands. Yeah, and so that's the stuff that I bought. I've probably got less than $2,000 invested in all of this, and I'm not done showing you stuff. Where next? So I got that. So that's how I got the first set of stuff. The next big, and honestly, I really kind of feel bad for this next one, but I got lucky. I've another friend of mine had a CrossFit business, and they decided they were going to not do CrossFit anymore at their business. So when the CrossFit place that my wife was going to decided that they weren't going to do CrossFit anymore, I asked them or they started selling off a bunch of stuff. And being that my wife was a member, we got first dibs. I got this Concept 2 rower. Got that little mini fridge because everybody needs a mini fridge. Bumper plates, we got a 45, a set of 45s, a 25, and a 15 set. Medicine ball. Come over here. GHD, Rogue flat bench, Rogue 15 kilo bar, Rogue 20 kilo bar. What else we got? We got rings over there. And that's it. The only thing new in here that I bought was that medicine ball from Titan and that set of 10-pound plates from Titan. Oh, we got an ab mat as well. So Garage Gym version 2.1, there's going to be horse stall mats all right there where there's concrete. These three things right here are going to move over here. We're going to slide this guy over. We're going to put the treadmill, the rower, or the treadmill and the bike, the assault bike. Rower is probably actually just going to slide over some. Probably going to leave that guy there. Because right here, in all its glory, is going to be a Sornex rack. I've been wanting this rack for a long time. I really need a squat rack, like an actual power rack. That way I can squat heavier because I work out a lot by myself and I'm not really comfortable going as heavy as I need to without a spotter. With the rack, got safety straps, got spotter bars, so I can push myself as hard as I can safely. So the squat rack is going to go there. This stuff's going to move. The rack I'm looking at has actually got integrated storage on the back part, so I won't have weights on the floor anymore. Military folks, y'all know exactly what that sticker is. Yeah, so the Sornex rack's going to go there. And over here, this stuff's going to go away again. Gotta get a shed. Right on this wall, there's going to be slats. We're going to start, and I'm going to get a lot of this stuff up off the floor. My dumbbells, kettlebells, the medicine balls, all that stuff's going to go on shelving over here. Weight belts, bands, all that stuff's going to be on a slat wall right there. And that's about it. I know this video kind of rambled. I really didn't intend on making it until about 3 minutes ago, or 3 minutes before I made the video. And my beard looks like a hot mess. I've worked out twice today. My kids are home because of the COVID stuff. I haven't found a job yet. And I just thought that this would be helpful to somebody. If you have to move around a bunch, just think about what you're buying. You don't need a ton of equipment to work out at home. You don't need a ton of space. I've got more equipment than some people with garage gyms. I don't have as much as a lot of other people. That Sornex rack, the super dope thing about it, there's not a bunch of pieces to it. It comes apart super easy, and we can add to it as we go. Because I'm gonna get a landmine for it so I can do some back stuff, get dip bars so I can do dips on it. You can do pull-ups on it more safely than you can on this, because the thing about this, it's just a squat stand, remember? So it doesn't have 4 posts. It's just sitting on 2 legs. I'm a big dude. If I do anything heavy on here, I was doing bench press with bands on here. The whole thing started moving. It was kind of got me a little scared, to be honest. So I won't do banded bench press on this thing anymore. I'll do regular bench all day long, but not bands. With the Sornex rack, dude, that thing is rock solid. It's like 500 and something pounds, but it comes apart super easy, so I can lay it, so I can make it compact. Movers won't cost me too much. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm going to tag Coop. Maybe he can throw in some suggestions about other stuff. I'd love to see him do a video about stuff for people that move, that goes into a garage gym. I know he's probably made suggestions. I haven't watched all of his videos. He's got a ton of videos. I go to his page a lot, looking for help, looking for advice as far as what stuff to buy. And that's actually, I used his advice on cleaning up these bars that I got, because they were pretty funky and we never took the time to clean them. And I just spent like 2 hours cleaning the bars, and they look great now. They're definitely not brand new, but they look a whole lot better than they did before. So if you have any questions, hit me up, let me know. Like the video. And this is Mike. Thanks for watching. One last thing before I forget. So you gotta have sound. Believe it or not, that little radio right there from DeWalt came in a pack with like my drill and an impact wrench. That impact driver, I think is money. It's Bluetooth, runs off a 20-volt battery that my drill runs on, or you can plug it into a wall. But this fan right here, dude, I don't know what they got in there, but it is absolute legit. Oh, and the whiteboard for my wife to be able to write down her workouts and stuff on, because she does the CrossFit stuff. But there you go. That's the garage. Again, it's a hot mess. Once we get it all cleaned up, I'll do another video so you can see that I'm not just a total slob, that we actually do know how to put stuff away and be organized. Anywho, thanks for watching. Peace.